Hello everyone, this is Busy Gamer Dad back again with a new game this time, Spires of Glory. I love the little intro, little pixel art that they're showing here. So this game is available on Steam. I'll have a description for it and a link down in my YouTube description below. They're saying that it's in a release state, but the version is at 0.5.3F at this point for our playthrough. And I think it's kind of at this weird quasi-released early access kind of state. There's definitely a lot of longevity in the game to a point of like playing, multiple runs and unlocking characters and doing achievements. But as far as like true repeat gameplay for someone who's looking to sink like 40 hours into this game, that's not this type of game. But this is an excellent game for our session gameplay series, where we do a 3-part video on the Busy Gamer Dad channel talking about how the game works, the runs that we'll have. We'll definitely mulligan on this or lose a run and show you the meta progression every time we go in. But this is the pixel art screen. I kind of like it. It harkens back to like Bard's Tale or like D&D days, back from the DOS days. So I really enjoy that kind of aesthetic. The gameplay isn't as pixelated as this, so we're going to jump into the tutorial just so you guys don't have to watch that on your own and waste any time. I do love the humor in this game. It's got really good humor in the tooltips. It's very inspired, and you can see that from all the items from anime, pop culture, and you'll read the context cues inside the various items, and you'll see where they're drawing inspiration from. So me being a pop culture nerd, I really enjoyed reading the tooltips just for that and trying to find new items just to see what references they might have. So in the tutorial, welcome. I am to be your guide. Great. First of all, this is the battle stage. This is where all rooms in the Spire, all other rooms in the Spire, but those for you to discover, we will focus on this one first. Here you have your team. You will be able to move the characters before the battle starts. Battles will be won and lost by positioning of the team when the battle starts. It doesn't sound too hard, but you'll definitely find a way to screw it up. See, I love the humor. I just love the cut and dry humor. Try moving the princess around, click the princess, and then drag her into position. So, we start off with one princess. This is default even inside the main game, and we'll be able to move them around on the tile sets for us. Good job, you were able to move the cursor around. Okay, let's take a look around. And so this will give us our HUD. These are the crowns. This is the amount of characters that we currently manage. This is the currency inside the game, the crystals. We pick those up throughout fights or through sometimes killing enemies with certain objects equipped. Okay, cool, good to know. This is your inventory. When we can't have any more than 3 items on a character at a time. And then the overflow goes down here. So this is a team fight tactics kind of game, an auto battler, where you're going to end up having more items than you know what to do with, and if you get 3 of a certain level of items, it tiers up to another better version of that. So if you have 3 swords, level 1 swords, they will synergize, combine, whatever you want to call it, and create a level 2 sword. And then you need to get 3 level 2 swords, and those will combine and create a level 3 sword. So that's how that kind of augment works in the game. You have the standard stats that they're talking about here, your movement speed. So we'll click this here, hover over the icon, and we'll be able to read what it says and get information about it. So if we just click over it, very comfortable, adds 20 movement speed. If we click and drag that to our character, bam, automatically equips it. And so we click, good job, I guess. Now let's see what it does. So we can look and see what our princess's stats are over here. This default princess has these stats. 500 health, you have attack speed, you have cooldown reduction, you have AD, which is attack damage, and AP, which is attack power. So kind of your physical versus your magicals. Movement speed, your magical defense and armor, and your status effects reduction. That's what all of these stats are right here. So range is also the range of the character, your movement speed. You can see that we can get a good tooltip on how we've augmented the character over our play. Cooldown reduction, at attack speed, and there's everything. So then we have our attack stance. This is important because you can make a character be passive or you can make them be aggressive. I've played it more with the aggressive style just because it works out better for your gameplay, because otherwise they're hanging really far back in the line for undisclosed algorithm reasons. When you get 3 of an item of the same type, they will combine into a different version. So they're going to give us enough to get our boots, or I'm sorry, our sandals up to tier 3. And so you can see, check out the stats and you'll see the difference. So this one at tier 3 offers 70, whereas the tier 1 only offers 20. So you definitely want to try and synergize and get as many of the same items as you possibly can. But that being said, there's a lot of RNG and you may not be able to do that in your runs. Okay? Alright, now they're going to start a fight for us. Pretty relatively simple fight. So if we move our character, our princess, right up here, we're ready to go, I believe, and we'll mouse over the enemies and we can actually see their stats and what their specials are. Just like if we mouse over our princess, I think they'll let us do it, but maybe not. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Good to know. I think we're gonna leave ourselves as active. Alright, cool. On closer look, you'll see that the Goblin Archer has a high range. The princess will have to move in, or there'll be a sitting duck. Prepare yourself, and then we just click our auto battler button. So we run in. So you see this limit break meter filling up. The key to victory is to moving our characters. So this isn't just your typical auto battler where you just sit back and let the auto battle happen. There's actually some agency for your characters to move around the map when limit breaks are hit to make sure you're maximizing your stuff. Once the goblin's blue bar reaches its maximum, it will launch a special attack along its row. We saw that when we moused over the character. So we'll be able to move the character. You can drag a princess and drop a selection over or left click. When selected, right click to move. So we can basically just drag our princess over to here. And then we'll move out of the way. Bam. Done. We dodged the attack. But you'll notice there's also a really strategic element here. Our meter filled up and we did not cast our super because we were too busy running around away from the attacks. So you got to be careful where you click and move your characters. And then lastly, there's a common thing. We can increase the speed of the game just to allow it to move a little bit faster. I found that I don't like doing that too much. Like you can go really, really fast. And unfortunately, you can create a situation where you can't react to the supers building and where you can't react to the things happening on the screen. So if you want to make this like a true auto battler and just sit back and watch things happen, sure, crank up the speed and you won't be able to really interact with the characters and just hope for the best. If you want to try and play the game as they currently have it intended, you can, put this at like 2, I think is a really comfortable, or 1.5. And then you can have some control over the limit breaks and how the parties play out. All right, and then there's that. And there we go. That's it. That's all there is you need to know. And that's it for this guide. I'm already tired of helping you, so go on. Try not to die, or rather, try not to die too much. That's bad for my heart. Goodbye. So that's the tutorial done. Very easy, straightforward game. Except for one important thing. Every new climb that we're going to go on, and you'll see this right here. Now, this took me a little bit of getting used to. It's a very unique kind of pick your fight mechanic in the sense that you see all these lines. We're not locked into a path. You might think that you're locked into the path if you play games like Peggle or Slay the Spire or something like that. But this one is not that case at all. At the top, it gives you this information that you have 18 common battles, 6 elite battles, 5 shops, 3 legs, and 3 treasure rooms. The treasure rooms are on a timer. They close in 12 turns. So if we don't get to the first treasure room within 12 turns, it will close on us. The lakes are where you go to permanently upgrade your party, either by acquiring a new party member or getting a randomly generated stat to purchase for one of your characters using your crystal currency. And then your shops are your straightforward shops. You have the ability to purchase items, reroll the shop, try and get more items to do the team fight tactic thing where you get 3 of a thing, it synergizes or it combines or creates a more powerful version of that item, etc. You can also upgrade your shop to get a higher chance for legendary or even just blue gear, uncommon gear, rare gear, etc. And that again takes the crystal currency. The elite fights are just that, elite fights. Sometimes there's a horde of enemies, sometimes there's one really big powerful enemy. And then we have our 18 common battles. So I'm just gonna, and you'll notice one very important thing. When you mouse over everything, it says that it's unknown. Because every time we go into this will be different. There will be a different path for us. The gems will actually be a different color. So every single time we play this game, it will be entirely different, adding to the greatness of a session play. But we know, using our eyeballs, that we have 18 common fights. So these green crystals are quite obviously the common fights. We have 6 elite battles. So if we look on the map here, and we try and find out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those are the shops more than likely. And then if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these orange gems are our elite battles. We're going to want to keep an eye on those. Now the lakes and the treasure rooms are 3 and 3. So they're either the blue ones or they are these pink ones right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get my way to the first treasure room and go from there. So like I mentioned during the tutorial thing, I like to keep this up at around 2, because then that gives me a chance to dodge the abilities and then use my own. It can get pretty chaotic when you have more princesses. Oh, see, I just took that one on the chin. But you can see you're actually kind of squishy when you first start out of the gate. Let's see, that's a blue, that's a green. You can tell the quality of the item by the text. So this one being blue, and then this one having green means that this is a green item, this is a blue item. And then you can take flat cash. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the axe, just to give us a little bit more damage output. And then I'm gonna go to, this was the shop. And I don't want to go to the shop just yet. I'll take another common fight. I kind of want to get to the lake to get another helper, because if we don't... Yep, see, you really can't get out of that attack. We might end up losing here. Nope, we won. Great, awesome. MR, summon, heal. Okay. I think I'm going to do the heal, just because we're kind of at a really difficult playthrough, where we're going to get... Yeah, we have to take this elite fight to get to the lake or to the treasure room. And we don't have another way of getting. Let's do... Tell you what, let's go in here. This is probably the shop. Yep, there we are. AD and chance to stun. 10% chance to stun. I would like to try and get yellow glasses. Those will be good. And then... Ooh. Cooldown reduction is huge, but this does have a cap. And that's only for killing things. So I think we'll re-roll again. Alright, nothing really super worthwhile. One more time. Okay, we'll leave it as it is right now, because I don't want to spend all our money here. So we're going to take a few more fights, because we need to get the cash. And then, so you'll see that our items are really helping us with our range. And there we go, and we definitely housed that one. Awesome. A permanent upgrade. Ooh, magic resistance. That's be great, but we need the money. And I'll show you why. Because if we go into the first treasure room... Oh, no, this is a lake. That's great. That helps us out tremendously. It's going to take us 8 to get another companion. Let's do it. So this will definitely help us. Alright, so that's a shop. Let's take this a normal fight back here. So you see, you're not locked into a path. You can go backwards, and you'll be perfectly fine. Alright, we don't really have any items for our new buddy. We need to definitely get some money, though. Let's take the money. Let's go here. So another 6 for the treasure room. We need to get to that treasure room as quickly as possible. Well, see, that's one of the things you can't unfortunately control, is if your goblin lines up in a shot, there's no... Unless you're, like, quick with your movement, you're not going to be able to dodge the attack. Alright, reduces CDR, or cooldown reduction, and then gain armor and magic resistance. Every ability cast. I'm still going to pick up the money, because I have learned from my playthroughs that it really helps. Now, we need to get to this treasure room, and we're going to have to take this elite fight, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the shop first. And I hope I can show you this wonderful mechanic for the game. No. No. Come on, give me something. There it is. So this is the last major mechanic of the game. There are certain items that if you put them in the first slot, this one with the little plus sign above it, it changes your princess's class. So we're going to pick this up, and we're going to turn our new princess into a life mage. So they'll be healing a lot more. If we got this one here, which I'm going to pick up, the anchor, it turns them into a sailor. So we'll put that one over here. 80. Let's do range every time they get hit. So they're definitely going to be taking hits. Yeah, let's do it this way, and let's see what happens with it. Now we're going to take this elite fight right here. And there's just one big guy who has... Oh yeah, this is a really annoying fight, because he'll do a swing that's just going to clobber us. But you'll see that because they're different classes, the princess is actually able to stand really far away. And we dodge that one. We'll be able to get him before he does his ability. I think I want to... Steals. Oh. Let's do the money. And then we'll go to the treasure room. Now this is something important for your playthroughs. You'll see this here in one moment. Okay. Add 1 range. Gain attack for every speed. Okay. I think you focus mainly on AD. Or AP, sorry, attack power. Yeah. 100%. The heal's 100% AP. So what their AP is how much that heal will work. So this having the heal is huge. AP. Yeah. So make sure you're reading the tooltips. And this game does have great tooltips. And we get a second loop. That's awesome. At a range. We'll just probably end up taking the money. Yeah, we'll just take the money this time. Oh, third loot. Fantastic. Ooh. I kind of want to take the Ancient Wand just to get that. Because if we get a third one, that's going to jump that really high. Alright. Cool. As much as I would have liked to have. So that's a lake, and we need 20 to unlock our next companion. So we're going to take this normal fight. There we are. And see, we didn't even have to worry about it too much. Alright, let's see. Permanently modifies MS, but we need the money to unlock another companion. And we'll go right to the lake. Yeah, they're tempting us, but we need that extra hit power. And then we'll actually just drop this right on them for now. And then we'll take this elite fight back here. So this is important for your playthroughs. In the next treasure room, you'll see that this actually kind of reset a little bit. It gave us a little bit more time to go to the next treasure room, which incidentally is right here. So we'll just hold off on that. We have access to it, and we're perfectly fine, but we need to clear the way to this last treasure room, because getting these treasure rooms are going to be critical to your success. So we'll just fight this guy right here. Oh, we could get another life mage. Oh, wow. That's huge there. We pick this up, though. This is common. So we can get these from the shop. So you want to make sure you're tempering your acquisition. Let's see here. You... AP. So your attack scales off of AP. So if we put this on you... Yeah, let's do that, simply because it's in there, and then you Since you're kind of our frontliner, I want you to have that. Yeah, okay. That works out really well. And then we'll jump into this common fight. We have 3 rooms left. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. This wolf does a buff for anyone. But it looks like we're chewing through them pretty well. And they're chewing on our priest. But we're good. Our life mage, I should say. Yeah, you see they have an attack power buff. Anyone in that region gets an attack power. Okay. Ooh, the roulette wheel. Random item, but 14 money? Oh, that's huge. I think I'm gonna take the money. As much as I would love to get this. You know what? I think we're early on in the way of things that if we can recover. Let's do, it's a 50% chance every kill. So if I put this onto you and that onto you, I think we'll be a lot better off. We have 2 rooms left. We're gonna unlock, we have the treasure room there. So let's take this common fight back here and just house him. And then if you move them back, that guarantees that they'll get the kill for this. And we did get our random item. We got, wow, that's nice. We got 2 random items. Oh, because we may have killed them, got 2 kills. That's nice. And they're, wow, that's actually a really good item to get. Per damage over hit. Wow. And then armor. That's magic resist, but we need the money. We desperately need that money. And then we'll do, I would love to get this out of here. This is every kill. Every battle. Okay, so that's easy enough to just drop that on you. And then we'll just put this on you. There. Perfect. Awesome, awesome. Alright, and then one more room, so we'll just get the treasure room now. Let's see what we get. So this is what I was talking about, that anime style humor. Worn by the man with the most freedom. But 25 money is not, 25 crystals is not anything to scoff at. Maximum, 1 max increase. Okay, so that's 1 point every second. Okay. I kind of want to put that on you, but I'm not sure that's where I need it. I definitely need the money for re-rolling. So what I think I'm going to do, as silly as this is I'm going to pick that up. And you'll notice that we actually didn't get any re-rolls out of the chest. Perfectly okay. It happens sometimes. That's just the randomness, the RNG of it. And now this treasure room counter bumped back up to 9. We have 1 more lake left, which is down here after this elite fight, or the shop. I think I'm going to do the shop. We'll see if we can get our one princess that doesn't have a class and item. So this right here upgrades your shop to make it so that when you re-roll, you'll get a chance for better things. And it also re-rolls the shop at the same time. So it's like basically a bonus thing, but you'll see that it also gets more expensive the more you go into it. I do have 1 pair of these. I guess I'll pick this up for now, and then I'll re-roll the shop again. Nothing, so then I'll boost the shop. There's another anchor. These are crazy powerful. These God's Dice put random buffs on nearby locations. So if you put them on your melee fighters, it really does synergize well. I'm going to pick up the anchor, and I will pick up these dice. And then I'm going to re-roll the shop again. Doesn't look like anything crazy. Let's boost the shop 1 more time. AD. Ah, there it is right here. This will be perfect. We'll drop this onto our princess and they'll turn into a thunder fairy. And so their attack, I believe, is AP as well, magic. Yep. Not attack damage, but attack power. So if I get the wand on you, there, and then I think we'll leave everything the way it is right now. Let's do 1 more reroll. Nope, didn't get what we needed. Alright. Okay, we're gonna hit next, and we're gonna go on to Let's see here. We have to get, I believe it's 30 crystals for our next companion. So we're gonna jump into here, and we may end up finding a fight that we just can't win with our current makeup, and that happens sometimes, unfortunately, in this game. So let's put those two in the back. They don't have the God's Dice, but we'll get some money at the end of 3 fights. There it is. Ooh, that's a tough choice, though. Oof. I think I'm gonna go with this, though, because then I can drop the dice onto them. Yeah, and so then you can see it like basically double the AP power. And if I can switch those two there, I think that'll work out really well. Yeah. And then we'll take this fight here, and that'll end that path, and we won't have to worry about going back. So up here in the top, you'll notice that there's a countdown, or a count up, in that, or counter, I'll simply say. Oh, there's some wings. Let's do... Ooh, they're making it rough. Let's get the fairy wings. But that's a way of knowing when or how progressive the fight is, how long the fight is taking, I should say. So we want to desperately get rid of this wolf. So if we come down here and move everybody down here, I think that'll really help us get rid of this wolf. And we'll put these two in the front there. And he's just shooting off into the distance. Why, I don't know. Yeah, hook him and bring him in. Nice. Good stuff. And then that'll turn into money. Yep. Level 2, and then we need them. Let's do the money. And then we can actually put AP, or let's put the AP. Let's put the AP onto you. There. Awesome. So you can see that this is a really charming game. The pixel arts are really fun. It's very nice to have the tongue-in-cheek comedy, you know, kind of filter through the various items that you can get and how they interact with each other. It's pretty easy to get lost in it. Like as of right now, we've spent about 20 minutes playing the game. We're almost halfway through. This one's going to be a really tough fight. We might actually end up failing here because this wolf, he attacks crazy hard and he's got a lot of health, and he will buff his back row allies if they get close enough. So we'll see what we can do here. I'm going to actually try and space these out so that we're not in the same row. Oh, we were able to hold on to it. Yep, that heal was critical. Yep. So the Life Mage, having that ability with your Life Mage is huge. Launch damage to the closest. Reduces cooldown by a lot, but we need that extra person. I'm going to kick myself later, I'm sure. 14. That's huge. Reduce and launch an icy attack to the closest nearby enemy. Let's do the money. As silly as it sounds, I'm gonna do the money. And then we have 4 rooms left for the treasure room. This is the last treasure room, so we have to go to the lake to get to the treasure room. There's no way around it. Let's go take this normal fight and just destroy them. Make us feel good about ourselves. Mud carapace there. Let's take the money again. And then finish up this one right here. Oh yeah, we're just gonna crush them. Let's actually bring this up a little bit. And there's another white hood. This is a level 2 white hood, so we can automatically just drop that right on them. Yep. Yeah, level 2 Life Mage. Perfect. Now we have 2 rooms left, so we'll have to do the lake now. No, we don't have to do the lake now. If we do... You know, let's just do the lake now. Let's just get our last companion. Let's see. Yep, 50. Let's get our last companion. And let's make them just for now, into a life mage, and we'll do just this right here. Perfect. We're one shy. Ugh, bummer. Alright, and now the shops don't close. We don't have to worry about the shops, or the shops don't close, but we do have to worry about that treasure room. We're going to go right to the treasure room right here. And then I think that's where I'm going to be ending this video. We'll pick it up again, because I really enjoy this game. You know, for all the limit that this game has, I beat it on my 3rd playthrough. It's still fun to play. It's still fun to try and, you know, see what random RNG you can get through it. This was Spire of Glory, found on Steam. It's in this weird quasi, I would say released, but pre-access kind of thing, where, you know, it says the release version that I'm currently playing is 0.5.3 something, and I think that they're still planning on releasing a lot more for it, and I would recommend it because I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys pick it up, or at least at the very minimum, put it on the wish list for when it goes on sale. Again, this was Busy Gamer Dad. This was a good session gameplay. Good luck, have fun, bye.